Korngroot by Peter Maguire. What is the point of completing a quest if no one knows about it? Knotweed Cottage, Bartwell, Eastern Marches. Dear cousin, with great content I beheld your letter, the carrier bringing it to me afore noon. He bided a while and drank a draught or two of the new brew. With the coming of fettle highways, letters and much else arrived swiftly, such as we could have only imagined when we went forth in the distant past. Often do I think of you living where once a shadow cast its evil over people, lands, even the beasts. Seemingly you are now content with a house, land, a wife, and 3 bairns. Who could have imagined this during the dark days? It heartens me to have your own reflections concerning the chronicle of our adventures. I will say to you that the seed is ready to fruit, and I have marked out the fertile soil in which to plant it. More of this in due time. You ask me if Bartwell in the Marches is much altered. When the great conflict ended, an inflow of newcomers commenced, most eager to settle within the locality. A mixed lot, as you may expect. Elves, dwarfs, trolls, much reduced in stature, lolling about the woods. Self-acclaimed heroes have nothing much to do but pitch themselves against a tankard, and therefore for ever grumbling about a host of matters, and in particular the feeble character of our young ones, 60 to 70-year-olds mostly, and their misbehaving outside the Ring and Mountain Tavern after bell time. One must suppose it must be troublesome for them, following on from living year upon year in the wild regions, chopping the heads and limbs off evil and grotesque foes, eating rabbit raw and only brackish water to drink, memorable days of trekking over sodden marshes, victory and glory as the evening descended after the battle. And what now do they have to contend with? A snug, comfortable cottage, built into a bank of earth, entered through an octagonal door, painted brown. Does this not fall short when compared against axing a path through the portcullis of Radnor, gusset deep in gore? On occasion, I still venture out for a tankard or 3 myself, but having to take respectful heed of these ancient warriors droning like flies around the head of a cow, makes my visits to the tavern less than I once did. For myself, I like the tranquil life. I've had enough adventures by my own reckoning. I like to smoke a pipe, a cheerful fire in the hearth, the Red Book Chronicles to pore over and recall the ancient days. When the apple trees blossom, wheezing up the lane to my gate, the last of the few remaining quest companions. I will sand the ink, my dear cousin. The light is fading, and I was never much of a penman. The courier will pass in the morn, and no doubt take a glass or 2 before placing my missive in his pouch. Your affectionate cousin, Harbottle Grimstone. Korngroot by Peter Maguire. End of chapter 1.